got myself a IMUSA grease pot at the Walmart. I'm going to give it a try here. See how well it works. It comes with a grease thing here. I got a 1-can alcohol stove. Old log here sitting out back. I'm going to throw about an ounce of, a little over an ounce of alcohol in there. Put in 4 cups of water. This is a pretty big pot. I don't think I'd use it for 2 cups of water, but I'm going to see if I can get 4 cups of water to boil on it with 1 ounce of fluid, which is what this little stove holds. So we'll see what we get out of this. This is my pot handle. But when it gets hot, I'm going to need to wrap that in something apparently. Alright, light this up for you guys. My matches didn't work, so I had my son run back up to the house to get some matches. We're just out in my backwoods today, goofing around. I've got some wood. There's not a lot of them, but they kind of... Oops. I'm going to unravel the whole camera here from let it fall. You go back a ways behind the house, and you can probably see, if you look off in the distance, there's a house over there. And then way down that way is a house. And then right over the hillside there's a house over there. So and our house is back up the way here. Way back up here is our house. So I'm just back in the backwoods, just goofing around out here, and I thought, why not do a video on the new pot I got, as well as give another try out for my 1-can alcohol stove. It's similar to Tenney's Elite. Tough stove to make. Took me a lot of time to make it. We'll wait for that matches to come back, or I'm sorry, the lighter, since the matches strike anywhere matches wouldn't strike anywhere out here. That's a good point. A sparker would be a much better thing, obviously. Alright, I've got a book of matches now. Just gonna light this. And I want to show you something. You can see, you don't see any flames coming out of it right now. That's because it's daylight out. But if you hold something over the top of it, you can tell it's lit because it lit the match. So we're going to let that come to a blossom. The only way to check and see if it's come to a blossom is to put something down here and see it light up. Actually, you can kind of see it out here now. At least I can. So I'm going to put that there and not catch anything on fire. You can also see it if you put this over the top of it, see? So, put that out. Put our 4 cups of water on top of this. Nice and balanced there. Let's see if this little stove will bring 4 cups of water to boil in my new IMUSA pot. Got a little grabber here because this handle gets really hot and I don't have any wrapping on it of any kind. So I'm going to be able to grab it with that. We'll time it and see how long it takes. We'll let you know. See how we're going here. It's not too cold out today, but there's just a little wind in the air, not much really. Got some bubbles forming, that's about it right now. Little ones trying to come up. I did this inside about an hour ago. And inside on this stove, it boiled 4 cups of water with this Elite type stove in 8 minutes, which is pretty good, and it used 1 ounce of fuel. So we're going to see if it can do it outside in a little bit colder weather. I'd say it's in the 40 degrees out here, 45 degrees out here right now. And the water was about 60 when I came out. So we'll see how it goes here and if I can get 4 cups of water to boil. This is a pretty big pot. It actually holds a little over, if you fill it to the very top, I think it holds 7 cups of water. At this line right here, it's about 6 cups of water. Actually, it was a little bit below it. Actually, just above the rivet in the handle was 6 cups of water. So this is a pretty big pot. Not a single person's pot, unless you were planning on cooking a meal and coffee at the same time. Then this might be useful. But it's a pretty big pot to carry for a single person. It's pretty light. I'll weigh it when we get inside to give you guys some weights. It's an IMUSA grease pot. Found it at Walmart. $6.59 plus taxes. I didn't see how much it came out to total. And they hadn't had them all through the Christmas holidays. I think they just had their shelves overstocked with other things, Christmas type gifts. But I figured I'd wait until after the holidays were over and they went back to their normal stocking of shelves. And sure enough, I saw this on, I think, Hiram Cook's channel maybe. I'm not 100% sure on where I saw it, but I think I saw it there. It may have been someone else's channel. If I can remember where I saw it, I'll post it, but I think that's what it was. So, this has got the grease catch on the inside of it, as you saw just a minute ago. It's a semi-tight lid. You can't just pull it off. It's got this here, which can be turned upside down and invert it, push down inside there, and invert it, but it's only got 1 point on it. You'd have to put a second point on it if you wanted to use it for baking. Or maybe 2 second points on the outside, something. Very low boil right now, very low boil. Just some bubbles popping up all around the base. We're going to let it go until we get a rolling boil. I'm just out in the backyard experimenting with one of my stoves, getting outdoors, seeing how it handles the outside weather. This is not real extreme weather, but this is the kind of weather I like to sit around the campfire with and cook up some stuff. So this would be the kind of weather that I'd get out camping in for the most part. We don't do a lot of winter camping. Alright, so I had to refuel. I'm not sure if you guys were watching that or not. Wheel it back up. 8 minutes and a half on the 1 ounce of fuel. Fuel went out. We were very close to a boil. There was bubbles rising. I guess some people would call that a boil. Not a rolling boil though. Depends on what you're trying to get your food to. So the water was probably very close to 200 degrees, and we ran out of fuel. And that was 1 ounce of fuel in this. And we're doing 4 cups of water, so that's a lot to bring to a boil. Now I can hear it hissing away. So this is more my idea of a boil, is once it starts rolling around. So wait till it gets there. And then we'll call that a boil. But the time's going to be ineffective because we had to stop and start back up. Didn't have enough fuel in there. This stove can actually hold 1.5 ounces. And I think had I put 1.5 ounces in there, it probably would have still got this to a boil. And maybe if I had a windscreen around it, it might have helped too. So I did not have a windscreen around it. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a boil now. Let's show you. Yeah, there's our boil now. That's what we were looking for earlier. And that only took about another 30 seconds to get once we let it back up. So we were very close to that early on. Just wasn't there. So 4 cups of water, maybe 9 minutes I guess it would have taken. We put it on for 30 more seconds after we had taken it off and relit it. So maybe not even that much. It may have just been coming to a rolling boil as it burnt out last time.